This is cool. Well, that's even cooler. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a sampling of Scotch. In case you were confused by the title, this is not a liquor tasting. I'm sorry, I hope you like musical theater. But welcome. This is Scotch and Soda's 4th annual charity cabaret. Really excited to see this turnout. We have a great cause this year, the Alumni Theater Company. They're a group here in Pittsburgh that lets youth get opportunities to do theater, which is something we're really excited about. Scotch and Soda is a theater company. But then kind of more so when you look actually into their mission, just reading kind of from that. ATC creates work that represents the perspective of young artists growing up in an urban environment. The students create scripts, choreography, music, spoken word, and they also receive some intensive arts training, which is something that really kind of made us feel like they were a perfect fit. We're very much do-it-yourselves theater. These guys are do-it-yourselves theater, but they're middle and high schoolers, which is something we thought was really inspirational, so we thought, why not go ahead and make them the cause for this event. They're actually going to be performing in the second act, which is something we're really excited for. We got a great evening of selections from a ton of different shows for you guys tonight. You'll laugh, you'll cry, ton of different people. We have voice majors here, computer scientists, engineers, economists, biologists, chemists. I defy you to tell the difference between which one is which. We've really got quite a setup tonight. So I blabbered on long enough. Let's just go ahead and get things underway. We're going to be opening with Joanna Latini singing Nothing from a chorus line. It's a song. She's not going to be quiet for 2 minutes. Cool. They're coming fast and furious, people. All right, let's go ahead and get this underway. Give a big hand for Joanna Latini. Hi again. I think I forgot to introduce myself when I came up the first time. If not, can't say my name enough times. I'm Weiner, the president of Scotch and Soda. Cutting my hair was the second place charity. But next up, we have a really great song. Give it a little introduction. Sean Solomon singing In Praise of Women from a little night music. Now, it's very Sondheim. It's called In Praise of Women, but it's quite misogynistic and slightly confusing, and only way Sondheim can do it, but quite enjoyable nonetheless, as only Sondheim can be. So please, big round of applause for Sean Solomon singing In Praise of Women. Hey, so just to talk a little bit about Alumni Theater, we introduced them a tiny bit, but just to give you guys an idea, they're doing shows throughout the whole year. If you look them up on their website, I believe it's alumnitheater.org, but you can just Google it. I don't have it written down. They're doing shows all year long, though, student-written stuff, open mic nights. It's really exciting, so I encourage you to check that out. For those of you who aren't familiar with Scotch and Soda, there may be some of you, we're doing shows all year long here at CMU, all student done, student direction, student tech. You can check us out, SNStheater.org. We got a show coming up in a couple weeks. I'll talk about that a little later, but trying to keep theater alive, fun stuff. You guys are about to lose your minds for Kelly Carter singing Losing My Mind from Follies. Yeah. It's in my contract, so it's bad jokes. Anyways, Kelly Carter, everyone. Cool. Throughout this act, we've heard a pretty traditional sampling of musicals. You know, you have some from some comedies, some dramas, but this next one we have to close the act is a little different. Perhaps the only historical, presidential, biographical punk rock opera ever made. This is a selection from Bloody, Bloody Andrew Jackson, the story of one of the most controversial presidents of all time, told through punk rock. So please welcome Lucas Runner and Wyatt D'Amelia to perform I'm Not That Guy from Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson. You haven't seen Scotch and Soda show before. That kind of encapsulates everything in a nutshell. Thank you guys. That was the first act. We're going to go have a 10-minute intermission. We'll be collecting donations for Alumni Theater Company at the door. We'll also be collecting them after, but give some now and give some later. Get that warm, fuzzy feeling twice. Also, there are some refreshments outside, but please enjoy a 10-minute intermission. We'll be back in the second act. Thanks. Hello again. Welcome to Act 2, everybody. We're really excited to have it opened actually by Alumni Theater Company, the group we're supporting, which is really exciting. This is a number they've been working on a fair bit. They're going to be performing 96,000 from In the Heights, one of my favorite musicals. Really fun song. Also, kind of about getting money, so let that inspire you. Anyways, give a big round of applause for the Alumni Theater Company coming out here, performing in front of a college crowd. Really great stuff. High schoolers doing this for fun. Really excited to see them. Alumni Theater Company, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. You probably can't hear me. Speakers are going that way. But the Alumni Theater Company, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, we have Kevin O'Hara singing Larger Than Life, but not by the Backstreet Boys, from a musical. Kevin O'Hara. Give you guys a second to wipe the tears there. Besides performing wonderfully just there, that was Jillian Hassert. She actually directed this cabaret, so she ran everything, put everything together tonight. So everything you're seeing here is thanks to her. So extra round of applause for Jillian. Also the reigning cabaret superstar. That title also belongs to her. Coming up next is one of the lesser known songs from Little Mermaid, which is important to note because they talk about being underwater, and otherwise you might wonder why. In case you listen to lyrics, some people don't. So coming up next, we have James Alexander, Erica Tang, Nigel Rowe, and Eric Dietz performing a quartet from The Little Mermaid taking place underwater, partially called If Only. We've never put ourselves beyond shameless self-promotion at Scotch and Soda, so this makes an excellent opportunity for me to mention our next show we are performing is called Dog Sees God. It's about the Charlie Brown characters actually kind of grown up and all the problems with their lives. Evan, who was just playing Charlie Brown there, is playing CB. They couldn't get licensing anyways. It's a funny play. It's very interesting to see kind of the take on the characters in the future. Probably don't want to bring Grandma though. Just a warning. So we have one last song for you to listen to. It's called... I wanted to get booed again. Come on, guys. This is Divya Mali singing Listen from Dreamgirls. Give it up for Divya. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I want to thank you so much. A couple people to recognize. First off, the accompanist, working real hard with our performers. They put in a lot of hours this week working with our performers, making sure that they sounded great for you tonight. And then, of course, one more hand for everybody who performed. Agency. Coming out as a special evening, I think a celebration of theater, really. You know, we're not theater majors or whatever, but it's something we love doing. Same thing with the kids over at Alumni Theater. You know, it's just a passion of ours, and that's really why we have this, is to be able to perform, you know, if you're not a performer, but have the opportunity and giving the children at ATC a chance. High schoolers, you're not children, I'm sorry. But giving a chance to keep theater alive, especially the way arts cuts are going in schools. So I urge you, if you have a few extra dollars, please donate them. We'll have ushers at the door. We actually do have refreshments now. Apparently I lied to you before intermission. I'm not lying now. There is food. I'm going to stop blabbering. Thank you guys so much for coming. You've been a great audience. Go out, give a little money, get some food. Good night.